Good afternoon. It has now been nearly 4 days since a deadly shooting at a home in Englewood. One man was arrested for shooting at police who'd responded to a 911 call. The man's brother was killed after police fired back.
Englewood's police chief won't take our questions on camera, but he did release a video statement today. 9 News reporter Noel Brennan found out information coming from police right now has been limited and conflicting.
We can lay out pieces of the story, but the full picture of what happened on South Grove Street is incomplete. We know Philip Blankenship is accused of shooting at Englewood Police. Officers fired back, and Blankenship's younger brother, Matthew Mitchell, was killed. Pieces of the story come from Englewood Police, a news release, an arrest report.
I'm Sam Watson, Police Chief for the Englewood Police Department.
And a taped statement from the chief. The news release says responding officers were, quote, met with gunfire. But the shooting wasn't so sudden if you read the arrest report. It says officers set a perimeter and made loud commands for Blankenship to exit the house. The video statement offers a timeline, suggesting officers were on scene 28 minutes before the first shot, enough time for police to get 2 family members out of the house.
At 8:07, officers were shot at from a large window on the east side of the house. That gunfire struck a vehicle that the officers were positioned behind.
The news release and arrest report do not make clear whether police knew Matthew Mitchell was inside the house with his brother when officers fired. But the chief's words suggest they did.
Officers then surrounded the house and started making announcements for both occupants to exit the residence.
We know the story ends with gunfire.
It was determined that the subject was deceased.
But no piece of the narrative provided by police explains who killed Matthew Mitchell.
This all started with a 911 call about a family disturbance. Police say that Blankenship told them that he was suicidal and his brother never shot at police. Englewood's police chief says officers were wearing body cameras at the time of the shooting. He says those recordings will show the extreme risk officers and the community faced. We still have not seen a single frame of that video. The police chief says that it will be released when the investigation allows it to be released.
These situations are often confusing, and sometimes the facts do move a little bit, but we've seen varied reports, as you just told us.
Yeah, the initial statement that they were met with gunfire, the video statement from police chief today contradicts that and says that, yeah, there was a significant period of time that passed before shots were actually fired.
And sometimes when you just release a video statement, that only causes us to point out all these things that, so they
absolutely, if we were
are
able
going to
to
have to get that video
a back and forth with them
to answer, yeah, a little bit more.
There will be a comprehensive report. We'll still wait for that, see when that comes out.
Yeah, there's the 18th Judicial Critical Incident Response Team that is looking into this, so we'll just have to wait and see what their report finds.
Kind of lay out all the details of what happened. Thank you, Noel.
Thanks, Noel.